Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you to all of the new subscribers that I've had and the new people who've been messaging me saying they are enjoying these videos that I'm creating. It is so lovely to hear that. And if you are new and you haven't yet subscribed and you do enjoy this video, then please do click the subscribe button so that you can join this new tribe that we are creating together. So today I'm going to share with you ways to raise your vibration. So get comfortable and let's get started. So let's start with the first way you can raise your vibration, and I think this is a really important thing to start with before you try anything else that I recommend in this video. And the first step is to ground yourself. Of course, if you're really ungrounded, then you aren't being present and you won't be able to anchor your energy and your frequency and then raise your vibration. Raising your vibration isn't about stepping out of your body and connecting more to the spiritual realm. It's about embodying unconditionally loving and compassionate energy, and you can't do that if you're ungrounded and all over the place. So you need to kind of focus, hone, bring your energy together and ground. So one of the easiest ways to do that is, of course, by being in nature. And I recognize that many people live in cities, but hopefully the city that you live in or the town you live in will have some kind of green space where you can go to and connect with nature. Maybe put your feet on the grass, maybe just put your palms on a tree, or pick some flowers, something where you're physically touching nature as well as being present and recognizing it around you and allowing nature to calm and ground your energy. And you may wish to use a technique such as putting your feet on the ground or lying on the ground and earthing, or even just having some soil can be really grounding. And if you don't have access to anything like that, and you can't go to the beach or you can't go to the woods, or you don't have a park where you can go and it's not clean or hygienic enough to put your feet on the ground, then either in your garden or by connecting with a crystal such as black tourmaline or smoky quartz will be really helpful to get you to ground into that space. So once you're grounded, you're going to be more present. Then you can go through the next step, and the second step is going to be forgiveness. Now, if you don't feel like you need to work through this step, then you can just skip to the third step. However, if you haven't done any forgiveness work, then it might be really important, because you can't raise your vibration if you're harboring any anger, any hurt, any betrayal, or any kind of negative or cynical feelings. It's just impossible. So therefore, if you are feeling angry or betrayed or hurt, or if you've been through a difficult situation or you've had a difficult relationship with somebody, then the first thing you need to do is heal and release that, and then go through forgiveness. And I'm not going to spend too much time in this video going through that, because I have spoken about healing and I will be doing a separate video on healing and forgiveness. So do subscribe if you'd like to find out more about that. So for now, the focus of this is just to say working on forgiving the other person or people involved or yourself, and releasing anything that isn't serving you, so that you're coming from a loving, centered space. So you're grounded and you're feeling centered and you're feeling loving. Then you can start accessing what you need to embody and to raise and elevate your vibration. So one of the first things you can do to raise your vibration is to move. Physical movement is really important. So this could be dancing, it could be a Zumba class, it could be a ballroom dancing class, it could be putting your favorite song on in your bedroom or in your house and dancing around when you're cooking or when you're folding your washing. It could be as simple as that, or it could be doing some yoga, lifting weights, whatever it takes for you to physically move your body and feel good. Because of course, when you exercise, that's when you release endorphins, and who doesn't feel good when they release endorphins? And therefore, of course, it's going to be easier to raise your vibration if you're already feeling happier. And this leads on to the next step to raise your vibration, which is some form of music or sound healing. So music is really powerful for raising your vibration, specifically sound healing. So if you can go to a local sound healing circle or a gong bath, for example, that is going to be amazing for raising your vibration. If you don't have access to that, then there'll be tons of videos on YouTube which will have sound healing. And of course, you can just listen to your favorite songs. You can just create a playlist called Raising My Vibration, and you can just go onto Spotify or iTunes or YouTube, whatever you have, and create a playlist that will allow you to feel elevated into a space of joy, happiness, being aligned and centered, something that makes you feel empowered and happy, will be perfect for getting you ready to raise your vibration. You'll already be raising your vibration by this point. If you don't feel good and like you raised your vibration after these steps already, then go back and do them again. So the next step and the next thing that you can do to raise your vibration is sage yourself. Now you can do this the first thing that you do, or it can be now, it can be at any point along this journey. But saging yourself or cleansing your sacred space that you're in is so important. Releasing and dissolving and transmuting any energies that are not serving in the space that you're in. I very much believe that when we have an argument or a disagreement with somebody, the energy from that argument stays in that space, which is why it's so important to cleanse your home, to cleanse your aura. And so if you don't have access to white sage, it's very readily available. You can also use Palo Santo, and you can also create white sage room sprays, which I love. They are really, really nice and save on a lot of smoke. But if you don't have access to that again, or if you want to be mindful of how resources are running out, then you can of course use some kind of sound. Clapping your hands is one of the easiest ways to disperse and dispel energy and clear it up. And then you can call upon your guides, your angels, your higher self, whomever you connect most with, and ask them to come in and transmute and take that energy away and turn it back to love. If you do have access to, say, a Tibetan singing bowl or a crystal singing bowl, or some kind of instrument that chimes, that will be really good for clearing the space as well. If you've got any bells or anything like that, that's really good. Your neighbors will probably hate you, but it will clear the energy and it will just move things around, which is really important. So the next step you can take to raise your vibration is balancing your chakras. Now, I've done a couple of videos already on explaining the 7 main chakras, and I've done a balancing meditation. So you can pop back and watch that if you're subscribed to my channel, and you can do that video as often as you need to balance your chakras. Being balanced and aligned in your chakras is so important for raising your vibration, and it's definitely going to help in terms of balancing your root chakra and allowing you to be grounded and then express yourself in a joyful, fun way, again through movement, dance, music, whatever it is that your soul feels called to. So another way to raise your vibration, another step that you can use, is affirmations. These are so important. Positive self-talk is vital for raising your vibration. Again, if you're talking negatively about somebody else or to yourself, this isn't healthy for you and it's going to lower your vibration. So again, positive self-talk, but also being positive and loving towards other people with your expression. Noticing when you're judgmental or complaining, those are dragging your vibes down. So don't do those things, and if you find that you are doing them, go back to the step of forgiveness. Oh, I've just judged that person for what they're wearing or what they've said or what they've done. I need to forgive myself, and I need to forgive them for doing something that I don't necessarily agree with. Then you can go back through those steps and raise your vibration again. And the next step is crystals. So you can use crystals to raise your vibration. I'm going to do a separate video all about crystals because that is a very in-depth topic to talk about. I just want to raise awareness that you can use crystals. I've already mentioned black tourmaline and smoky quartz. They're great for grounding, but rose quartz, for example, is fantastic for opening your heart chakra, for connecting you in a more loving, compassionate way with other people. You can also use amethyst, or you can use clear quartz. Those types of crystals are going to be great for starting to help you to raise your vibration. So just carrying them on you throughout your day, placing them under your bed or around your bed at night time. If you are going to do that, then I would recommend making sure that you have smoky quartz under your pillow, because you need to ground yourself. And if you're putting crystals such as amethyst or quartz around your bed, you're going to be really elevating yourself out of your body, and it might be a bit harder for you to come back in when you wake up in the morning, and you won't be grounded, and you can't raise your vibration if you're not grounded. So keep that smoky quartz or petrified wood or black tourmaline with you at all times. So the next step, or the next thing that you can do to raise your vibration, is to practice with meditations or visualizations. So when it comes to meditations, I have a couple already on my YouTube channel which you can catch up and watch, and hopefully will be really helpful for you. And you can also visualize. So you don't have to go as deep as a meditation if you don't have time in the morning, but you really want to raise your vibration. You can take time away and you can just close your eyes, get into that calming space, take some deep breaths, and then visualize your energy raising, your vibes raising. Perhaps a white light is coming down from the universe and it's filling every inch of your cells and your body, and it's making you feel good and it's helping you to raise your vibration. So that's another fantastic way to raise your vibration. And everybody knows that meditation is amazing for making you feel really good. So if you're not meditating, even just once a week at the moment, I highly, highly recommend it. Again, looking at the chakra meditation I've done, or the free beginners meditation that I've done, if you subscribe, then that is really going to help you to raise your vibration. So another fantastic step or way to raise your vibration is through either using EFT or Kundalini meditations and kriyas. I love Ego Eradicator, which is a Kundalini, I think, meditation that you can use. I tend to use it before every single client session that I have, and I'm not a Kundalini teacher. However, there will be tons of videos, or hopefully there is a local Kundalini yoga teacher you can connect with. And it's very simple. You simply curl your fists over with your thumbs out, raise your arms above your head, close your eyes with your eyes looking up towards your third eye, and then you pump your stomach with breath of fire, breathing in and out fast through your nose. And you can do that for about 3 minutes, and that is going to completely eradicate your ego and really raise your vibration so that you're coming from a much more loving, soul-centered space when you're connecting with other people. I really highly recommend that. I have found that to be so useful, especially when I'm working with clients, as I say, or if I'm around people who I find particularly difficult to be around, then that has really helped me. And as I mentioned, EFT, that can be really powerful for releasing these negative thought patterns. So that will link really nicely with using affirmations. And there are so many amazing people out there who are trained in EFT, but the simplest thing I can recommend to you is going and Googling the tapping solution. That's probably the easiest way to get started, and then Googling some other YouTube videos. I'm not trained in EFT, so I can't teach you any of that, but I definitely recommend trying that out. I know that Gala Darling has a whole channel dedicated to this on High Vibe Honey on YouTube, so definitely check her out. And the last thing I recommend to help raise your vibration, the last step that you can take, is to look at what you're putting into your body. What kind of foods are you eating? What kind of habits do you have? Are you smoking? Are you drinking? Are those serving you? Are those raising your vibration? One of the reasons that I stopped drinking alcohol was that I realized I was using it to lower my vibration in certain social situations where I just didn't feel like I fitted in. So I thought, oh, if I drink, then I'll fit in with these people a bit more and they'll like me. And actually that wasn't serving me, and it wasn't really serving them either. So I stopped drinking for a month just to see how that would feel. And I haven't had a drink now for, I think, 3.5 years, and it's definitely helped raise my vibration. That doesn't mean it's going to be true for you. You have to find what works for you. You might only find that 3 of these steps are what you need to raise your vibration. Fantastic, stick with those 3, or find your own, branch out and find them. As I always say, just because it works for me, it does not mean it's going to work for you. But looking at the habits that you have, are you eating a lot of junk food? That's not going to be good for your vibration. The purer you can keep your temple, the higher you can raise your vibration. So I really hope that you've enjoyed today's video and that you've learned something and that you're able to put these into practice. Do let me know in the comments below, and I will see you for next week's video.